Next. Key point 57. And this is very, very important. I'm going to tell you a story with this one. Money will never motivate your staff. Never. And I'll tell you why. Money is numbers, and numbers never end. Which means if you're going to try to motivate people with money, it's going to get hard. If someone doesn't like the job and doesn't like you and doesn't like anything about how they're treated in the job or how they feel or what they do, you have to pay them a lot of money to make them do it. A lot of money. And that is not very, very cost effective. If somebody enjoys what they do and they feel part of a community and they like it, then you don't have to pay them much at all. And the proof I'll give of that, I just spat my coffee. I'm just saying proof, sent my coffee everywhere. Is that people do shit for sense of community all the time. Remember after T2 television, I started Vixels, my own company, to sell television advertising. So what happened is I found an office in Luton that was £400 a month. And I decided I was gonna become a millionaire with television advertising. So I found about a £400 office. Me and Tristan would sit there, and then we advertised for salesmen, commission only. So it was a commission only position. You sent emails all day long, just emailing market managers all day, just copy and pasting, just emailing anyone you could find on the internet, emailing all day long. If they replied to you, there'd be a phone call. I'd do the phone call. So T2 was all phone pitching. And that's why it took a long time for us to train our staff. Every single day we were doing 2 hours of training, phone pitching about television advertising, phone pitching, phone pitching, phone pitching. And T2 made money. But training people to be good on the phones is hard, and a lot of people are scared to do cold calls well. And people are lazy with cold calls. So me and Tristan had the idea, you know what, we're gonna email blast anyone we can find. We'll buy all the magazines, email every marketing manager, we'll go through all of the websites we can find. We'd Google up things like store locator. If you type store locator into Google, you have all the companies that have a store locator. So these are companies with multiple branches, so television advertising will suit them because they're across, they're national. Email. If any market manager emailed back, I'd do the call because I'm trained on the phone. So Vixels was different. T2, everyone pitched on their own. Vixels is just emails out. So we put adverts out there for a position, which was commission only. So no basic. Every deal you landed, you got 5%. So if you landed a 20 grand deal on TV, you'd get £1,000. So if you landed 2 a month, you get 2 grand a month. Ain't gonna make you rich, but whatever. And we were hiring basically anyone, like dorks. It doesn't matter. Like we had one guy who had a criminal record. We had one dude who was just a bit of a weirdo, some fat guy. We had some other guy who definitely drunk too much because he stunk of booze. But who cares? They were coming in, they were sending me emails, and then someone emailed back, I'd call them. Over time, as people came and quit and didn't land any deals, we ended up with quite a good little team of 4 guys, plus me and Tristan, so 6 guys who were in this office. Now these guys were working hard. They were emailing like machines, because you can't get a machine to email because you got to go to the websites, find their email marketing manager's name. You can buy email marketing manager lists, but they never work because it changes so often, this bullshit. So we had to go and manually find and manually type it in and da-da-da. So these guys are emailing. Anyway, most of the guys I had there for the first solid month didn't make a fucking penny. I had free staff for a month. I had 4 guys plus me and Tristan, and they're working their asses off for free. How did I motivate them? Every day I'd come in, positive energy, come in full of energy. Guys, today's the day, we're gonna make it, da-da-da. Oh, your guy emailed back. Oh, I'm calling him later. That's a deal. That's definitely a deal. I've been doing this a long time. Might take a few weeks, but that's gonna be a deal, da-da-da-da. And I'd order pizza. Every day I'd order pizza. We'd sit around, we'd eat our pizza in the office. I'd talk about the big dreams of how T2 was such a big company, how Vixels was gonna be bigger. I'd sell a dream, and they'd eat pizza, and everything was fine. So for a $10 pizza every day, I had 4 members of full-time staff. Now, none of these men were motivated by money. They were motivated by my energy, the dreams of the future. They weren't getting paid anything. They may have been motivated by the future prospect of money, but I hadn't offered them any money to turn up, and they were on time every single day. You do not need money to motivate your staff. If your staff respect you and they know where you're going and things are going to go well, then you don't need money to motivate them. I actually fucked up big here, because what happened with this company is I accepted a fight and I decided to go training in Slovakia. And when I went away, Tristan came with me, we went away for 10 days. And in the 10 days, me and Tristan didn't turn up in the office, all the men quit. Every single one. And that was the end of Vixels. The whole business fell apart. And that's because we weren't there. The leaders had abandoned ship. They felt there's no leadership energy in the office. There's no one buying pizza. Why am I coming here every day for free? All of a sudden it dawns on them and they leave. But the point I'm trying to make with this story is number 57, is that money will never motivate your staff. There's better ways to motivate your staff. Obviously pay your staff well. Obviously if they need money, give them money. I'm not saying you can get them all to work for free. My point is, I see loads of people who go, I'll start a company and I'm gonna pay my guys the most. And I saw this with a fight promotion. So there's a fight promotion that come along and goes, I'm gonna launch the biggest fight promotion. Some guys I know with money, big money as well. We wanna launch they came to me. We wanna launch a kickboxing promotion, we wanna be the biggest. So how are you gonna be the biggest? Well, we're gonna pay all the fighters the biggest money, the most money. So they all wanna fight for us. Get the best fighters. Sounds like a good idea, especially fighters, because most fighters are broke. The problem is they didn't end up getting the best fighters because they didn't have good exposure, they didn't have good cameras, they didn't have good social media platforms. So a lot of the fighters were choosing to fight other places because of the prestige they got for winning, as opposed to just organizations no one's heard of and a couple extra hundred. Money doesn't motivate. There's far better ways to motivate than money in life. So don't be thinking you need to pay your staff loads of money to make them loyal to you. That's complete bullshit at all. That's not true at all. Get that out of your head. Money doesn't motivate. 58, success is exponential. When you've done something once, it's much quicker to do it again. It's the same with anything. Just say you start driving, you parallel park once, it takes forever. Eventually you get good at parallel parking, it's quick. It's exactly the same with success. Success is exponential. As you've done things, it becomes quicker to do things. It takes a long time to make $1 million. It's easier to make a second million. It's even easier to make a third, and it's easier to make a fourth because you understand mechanisms. So, starting from the very, very bottom, if you can stay motivated and work hard when you have nothing, you're in the hardest part. It does get easier. The problems change. As you get bigger and become a bigger company, you have new kinds of problems. You may have legal problems or fulfillment issues or all these other problems, but you won't be broke anymore, at least. I believe business gets easier. It starts hard, H for hard, and gets easier. If you can stick it out here, you'll enjoy this. Most people quit here. 99% of people quit when it's hard, and that's why the 1% is the 1%. It's exponential. The first time you make a website, you have to go out there, you have to source all these different companies, you have to find a member of staff to make it, and you make mistakes, and you need to change it because the SEO ain't set up, blah, blah, whatever. The third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time you make a website, you can do it very, very quickly. And you can do it properly the first time without mistakes. So, success is exponential. Keep that in mind, that anything that seems to be like taking forever now, remember lesson 1, speed, 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 speed. You're gonna get better at it, you're gonna get faster at it, and soon things are gonna blow up quickly. I launch companies every day. I can launch a new company a day. I've got to that point now. I know my people, my staff are good. I can say, James do this, Dylan do this, Luke do this, Tristan do this, you do this, you do that, you do this, I'll do this, bang, and within 6 hours, everything's done. I'm at that point now. But that's come from so much success previously. It's exponential, it builds up. Just keep that in mind. Now, 59. This is a really important lesson, super important. And I'm assuming this is gonna apply to some of you who are watching this. 59, nobody is broke. Let me get rid of this. Nobody is broke. They're simply just buying other stuff. They're buying other things. People go, I can't afford it. That means, well, I can afford it, but I decided I need something else more.